Hello, my croutons, and welcome back to another First Impressions live stream. Excited to be doing another one of these, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Isekai Game episode Vanessa, which is based off of a webcomic by the same name, the Isekai Game. As always, there's a link to the game's download in the description of the live stream, so if you like what you see, it would really help the dev out if you'd go check out their page. Let's actually take a look at their page first here, as we're warming up. Also, I apologize for my voice. I'm a little bit sick. The allergies have taken hold of me. And my nerves are also shot, because Steam Next Fest is starting here tomorrow. And so I've been just going in, like, full panic mode about getting Grimdelve ready for it. So I'm excited for this game as a nice distraction from all of that stress and panic. But the Isekai Game episode Vanessa, there is nudity in the game. The devs special made a censored version just for this live stream. So I'm hoping that the game is actually censored. It would really suck if, some stuff got through and then the channel gets nuked right when I'm deciding to go all in on YouTube and game dev. But we'll just play some of the game with our eyes closed and we won't tell Big Daddy YouTube about it, right, chat? It's educational stuff. Rainy K Productions, good luck on Next Fest. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Seriously, thanks for always supporting me. Alright, this is a hard game. It's about a magical girl named Vanessa. She's cringy, so we gotta keep that in mind. It's an important character trait. She's always dreamt of becoming a professional player in this game. I'm assuming it's a Battle Royale type thing. That's what I put in the title. You know, that seems what the inspiration is. After receiving an invite for an amateur stadium, she built up the courage to pursue her passion. She joined a team and began training for the upcoming June event. When I saw this, I just thought, June Next Fest. It's infected my mind. Or should be evaluated for pro status. So, we're just a cutesy, cringy, little magical girl, and we need to go battle the big RTP monsters. This is the developer's first game, but it's been developed over a 3-year period. Since 2023. Actually, it's really close on the 3-year anniversary. It published July 7th, and we're almost there. That's crazy. Almost 3-year anniversary we're playing this game. And yeah, you can find their web novel, voice.me, and link to the game in the description. So, I'll stop stalling now, and we'll play the game. Let me know if anything on stream is... I'm getting a notification here that the bitrate might be messed up, so let me know if anything looks weird on stream. Alright. Welcome to the Isekai Game, Vanessa. A sport where players compete in various war themes ranging from magic, guns, melee, non-lethal, and alchemy. You've been wanting to come for a while now. By the way, Dev is in the chat. Name's James Watson. I'm excited to check out your game, Dev. I'm sure the June event has you nervous, or maybe it's something else. But don't worry, Vanessa. You won't be playing this sport alone. Wow! Spooky. Which weapon do you want to take? I'm sure you remember each one has different stats and traits. I do. Alright, so I apologize. My allergies are just killing me today. I'm getting brutalized by the allergies, brutalized by the Next Fest panic. It's all piling in. Alright, so we got sword, and helmet. No joke about you been wanting to come for a while now. Toasty's off his game, fam. I'm telling you, we're just relaxing and enjoying the game, and my brain might be lagging due to the Next Fest panic. Magenta offers the strongest... I'll try and lock in on the jokes, though. Offers the strongest connection to the stars to boost your magical ability. No, let's see, what's this? Masume, a balance between physical and magical power. Okay, so this is like a hybrid build, this is a magic build, and then what is Magneto? Black and white tiger claws? Well, I mean, the RTP only has so many assets. The physical prowess of these gauntlets still offers some magical build. Alright, so we've got full physical damage, hybrid damage, and full magic damage. So, it sounds like we're going to have party members. So I assume we'll have some physical fighters to pick up our slack. I want to go for full magical build. We're a magical girl, after all. Makes sense. Let's do it. Wise choice. You chose happiness. I'm proud of you. Yeah. But was this like the easy mode? What do you mean by chose happiness? Please come to see me one day, Vanessa. Have you played Lee Eat? I haven't, actually. And that game's been on Steam forever, and I've had it on my Steam wishlist forever. I never played it. I'm pretty sure I watched mainly Badass Hero Let's Play, though. That's the one where she's like a dragon, and they go to a town or whatever. A lot of the RPG Maker games I've played have just been mainly badass hero walkthroughs that I've watched and count as playing. Get ready to show your power. I will slay all demons! This one is easy. Well, we got some fucking fire music right off the bat. Holy crap, that's a lot of options. Alright, let's see. It's a little bit loud. I'm gonna turn it down. It's a fire song, though. Let's see. Nothing in enchant, nothing in astro, nothing in white magic. I don't know why I guarded. Okay. So there's a bunch of options that immediately we have nothing to do in them. I think for onboarding's sake, you know, you always want to maybe start with some reduced options and you slowly add options to the menu as the player learns more about the game. Otherwise, you're going to overwhelm them right off the bat. But it's alright, we'll start with just basic attack. He's got a hypodermic needle status right now. You can inject me with Fent. These are pretty fun. Alright. Alright, okay. Well, the thing is, though, is, I mean, that's good. You start out with just basic attacks, and then immediately we learn some skills, and so now we can try some skills in combat. Alright, tricky. I'll need to use my magic to end it quickly. Alright, so you are doing some onboarding. Okay, first fight was just regular combat, now we got some magic. Strike him with a frozen weapon, fire, and psychological powers? Sure, I'll try that. It is interesting that regular sword hits are able to damage these, like, ghost-looking enemies, but every game's different. That annihilated them. I wonder if Flame will do the same damage. This is a cool animation, too. How is this game you're playing? Well, we just started out, so I don't really know yet. So far, it's alright. It definitely seems it's going to be a combat-heavy game, so I'm curious how the narrative will develop. We've learned a bunch more skills right off the bat, just learning everything. So they are immune to fire damage, it would seem. No player points. Curious what that means. That's like top 10 coolest save sound effects. Wait. Well, the save sound effect is cool. The delete sound effect is pretty default. You must have played Ib then. Yeah, Ib's a classic. It was a big... It's that and like The Witch's House are big inspiration for a lot of the puzzles that I put in my own games. I don't need magic. I still have my special combos. What are my special combos? Astro, white magic, martial arts. Okay, here we go. Increase your evasion, expose your opponent with a series of close strikes. Why can't I do these? I mean, this is clearly the tutorial sequence here to learn the combat. And I think a tutorial sequence is invaluable and very necessary when you're, making a game. Otherwise, players are going to, start and immediately be overwhelmed and quit, or not know what's going on and quit out of confusion. But I think the problem, though, is when you're doing a tutorial sequence, what you need to have first is you need to hook the player first. Like, you can't just start with a tutorial sequence. You got to start with a, here's the magical girl Vanessa, here's the crazy world that she's entering, and oh my god, the drama! And then she's, like, in a scene, and you're learning, the combat in the context of a story beat. Because right now we're just, like, transferred to a map and learning the combat. Kind of disjointed from any combat, or from any story. With the greatest powers from the stars, I can beat them! We gotta, like, do an AoE or something? My god, there are so many skills. The power of lust! Hold on, I'm gonna hide the screen for this, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, what's the power of lust? Just kidding, it was literally nothing bad. What did that even do? I didn't even read it. I just saw power of lust and I didn't do it immediately. Level 1 illusionary attack. Yeah, a lot of things that I don't know anything about yet. Power of envy. Like, there's a lot of things being said that mean nothing. I appreciate that there is a tutorial sequence to start acquainting me with all of the amount of skills that I'm gonna have. He hit himself with the... I gave him lust, so what, he's like into me now and hitting his enemies? Or my enemies? does Envy, like, give me a damage bonus? Like, there's a lot of questions. Like, I would say this tutorial is raising more questions than it is raising answers to the questions. But it's at least, it's at least giving me a starting point for the combat later on. Now, what's also an interesting point to consider, right? So this game kind of is just dropping us into the action right away. Right away, we are into the tutorial sequence. And I'm curious if, for some games, that's okay. Because you've got, like, you have the knowledge as the dev that you're going in, that the player's going to read your store page first, right? So the player reads your store page, they get a general idea of here's what the game is going to be. And if you know that they're coming in with that knowledge, is it really a bad thing if you immediately drop them into the action and tutorial straight away? There's maybe an argument that it's not such a bad thing, so long as tutorial doesn't, as long as the tutorial doesn't drag on for too long. So it's now been a bit of a long while here. I can heal on my own now. If this is about the end of the tutorial, then it's fine. If it keeps going, though, I'd say it's going a bit too long. All right, that's perfect then. If that ends there, that's in a pretty good spot. Let's see. I'm going to a new area. I should activate some special buffs. Okay. What's that? Stars, give me strength! Alright, ending it with a boss fight, that's fine. Let's see if I've learned anything. Not really. I should probably start with increasing my evasion. That makes sense. Oh, what? I reflected the like I auto put a buff on myself, and now he can't hit me anymore. I'm curious. Okay. We'll expose him, and then maybe we'll do more damage next. I really like the battle music, by the way. It will scare the shit out of him. Damn, this guy cannot hit me. So it's like I either am evading it, or if he hits me, I'm deflecting it. But the thing is, though, is she just, like, auto-applied the deflection to herself. So how is that going to come in as a mechanic later? Oh, and now we got some, like, crafting materials. Okay. That thing is a random encounter? Holy shit! What the fuck? That looks like a final boss. Oh, his counterattack was 12 damage. Okay, maybe he is a random encounter. He's like a big scary dog that's actually a weak little guy. Invisi gave reflection. Oh! Wait, that's... this thing. The power of envy gives me deflection, like, forever? Like, because this guy's been following me for the last 3 fights. He deflected my last hit, so I'm not sure how to hit him now. Uh-oh. Oh, well, sort of hit him. Oh, and now it went away. That's cool that it like, the deflection persists through battles. That's an interesting mechanic. Let's see. I'm getting a little low. I think I can survive another hit, though. Let's see if I can ice strike him. Damn, we counterattack fucking everything there. I'm not quite sure what all of these status effects are coming from. We might need, like, a little more explanation of what things are and how they work. I think he's gotta be low on health. I mean, he's a random encounter. Let's go for Ice Strike again. He's gotta be about dead. Hey, there we go. Dizzy was supposed to be energy absorption, but I didn't know how to do that, so I did reflection. I think reflection's a cool skill. That's totally fine. Am I poisoned? What is that? But yeah, it does look like, see, because I still have the status effect, it looks like that persists between battles. That's cool. It seems like it's always worth having on then. So maybe there's... Ooh, so if I go back this way, can I get up to that treasure chest? Ooh, I can. Hold on, looks like the paths are branching here. Nice. Oh, it didn't auto-equip that. I already had one! Come on! Ooh, take that off. We don't need a bra. Sorry. I had to make up for not making the cum joke earlier. It's over here. Wow, it's so pretty, just like home. Whew, that was close. Hey, excuse me. You shouldn't be out here. What do you have for me, boy? What? Like, meet a new person? Hey, you shouldn't be out here. Well, what do you have for me? What, are we asking for, like, a bribe to go inside? Sorry if I said, what do you have for me, boy? There's a demon around here. We're trying to stop it before it kills everyone. Go away! The fuck is going on in this town? Why were you up there? Did you just fall off the roof? Demons have taken over the city. We've been tasked with eliminating them. I thought I could find them when summoning demons from up there. Maybe there's another town. Well, we're talking about how it's like such high drama, and there's demons being summoned, and everyone's dying, and there's just silence. We need some, like, dramatic music here. I apologize for the nose blowing, guys. I know it's disgusting. I'm dying over here. Sounds like a plan. Let's work together to find it. I'm Benji, by the way. And I'm the magical girl, Vanessa. Nice. Hey, if things ever get hairy, let's fall back and use my traps to cripple the enemy. Okay. Cool guy. Why are we so mean to the other guy, but not to this guy? No footstep sounds either. This town hall is locked. We need to find another way. Dev, is English your first language? Because, I mean, there's two paths. I mean, the conventional thing I would say is, you know, get someone to play through your game and give you feedback on the dialogue. But also now, and I know it's controversial, you could run it through your script through AI. We really need that boat to reach Roverto. Like, I remember Lona RPG uses like a AI translation where it like auto goes through all of the text in the game and changes it to the language. And, you know, I wonder if there's something you can do like that to like pop out spelling errors and stuff. I don't know. Worth looking into. There's nothing left in this city. Okay. Is locked. Okay. I definitely think they should have changed up the default menus. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the default menu, but it's certainly a, like, plug-and-play kind of plug-in. I'm not sure, probably maybe a Visistella kind of thing. It looks fine. I mean, the game is clearly, like, this is the first game. It's using the RTP, and it's using pretty decent, you know, use of the RTP and the visual graphics and whatever, you know. Not every game can be custom. I think this menu gets the job done. You know, there's not a bunch of, like, unnecessary info, which I appreciate. It's like, you go in here, you know what you need to find. It's easy to navigate. I think it's okay. It'd be nice if it was prettied up, right? But it's also okay that it's not. Hey, Villain Troll Trolinsky and Pesturias, so that's really long. Isopomancer, I think. What do we have here? This is the Isekai Game. Hey, Vanessa, I don't think there's anything out there. Let's try climbing through that cracked window right there. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Why is this the game silence? Where did my music go? I'm a native English speaker, but Vanessa talks like that on purpose? Really? That's interesting. What the fuck just happened? Okay, he's just chilling, I guess. That's interesting. No, well, first of all, there were no trucks. We just have been isekai'd, I guess. Or we're in the isekai world already. I don't know. The setting's not entirely clear. I think we'll kind of learn as we go. But it's interesting to have the main character speak incorrect English. I'm curious. Okay, well, that's cool. I'll see how that develops. But yeah, unless it's like established that she's from some alternate land or something, players will immediately assume that it's like grammar errors or whatnot. Alright, Benji, ballistic. We got a gun guy. Penetrate them. That's my guy. They got traps, poison them, cripple them. Oh, that hits you. Oh, it's a random enemy. That sounds good. Well, shit. All that cool animation just for it to miss. Foot trap. Pure silence into loud as fuck metal music. Yeah. Jarring, yeah. Hey, Blood, welcome to stream. What time is it? It is 2:50 for me right now. I mean, it's time to game! It's gaming time, is that right answer? Armor-piercing shot. We'll penetrate him. I think a lot of game devs, especially first-time game devs, fall into the trap of silence is suspenseful. But the issue is that silence is more often than not suspenseful, and it just feels like there's something missing, and it kind of disconnects you from the world around you, especially if there's limited sound effects. So better to even have like a quiet droning noise playing in the background as opposed to pure silence. And if you do use pure silence, use it very reserved, right? Guilty on silence. Hey, you know, I had moments of silence in Grimdelve, and then I was playing it back, and I'm like, nah, it feels weird, and I added a droning noise. It's definitely a tempting thing to fall into, to think that silence is the best way to build suspense. But I just think the sacrifices in immersion offset the benefit of silence a lot of the time. These guys have a lot of fucking health. Holy crap. Dev, your messages keep getting retracted in chat, and I have absolutely no idea why that's happening, unless you're deleting them, in which case, all good. I like how our characters are pretending like they're hurt, even though they're barely down on HP at all. I know, Bloodhead. That was one of my first thoughts. I'm really missing the footstep sounds. Let's do our healing. Okay. Also, we do get XP from fights, but I am more curious to explore the world. How is this locked? I don't know. The lock in the door is twisted. There's on-map enemies and random encounter enemies? My recommendation would be to probably pick one of those. That's pretty brutal. Alright, at least we can escape, though. That's good. It's a map. Now we need a boat. It's my first day. Wow. Have you thought about going to the pro leagues? Okay, so we're in, like, a simulated little world or something? And so when they're talking about, like, oh, no, the town is being destroyed by demons, it's like a simulated event. Like, I'm thinking, like, the Hunger Games, they, like, summon in these, you know, they have random events happen, and then the characters have to navigate them or whatever. Interesting. Okay, right now I'm in a support squad. If I do well, they'll let me into the main squad, and we'll go to the pro leagues. You say you're in a squad, but you are completely alone. This is only a level 3 magical theme. That's why Kiki had split the squad up. I can introduce you to her. Okay, there's a lot of words being thrown around. Slow down. Hold on. Magical theme? Level 3? Kiki? I would love if you did that for me. Well then, let's go find this boat. I think I saw one around that mansion down the road. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get out of this without having to do a battle. Shit, I immediately failed. Okay, so if it's an on... Well, actually, that makes sense. If it's an on-map encounter, I can't escape from the battle. If it's a random encounter, you can't escape from the battle. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. This is definitely a combat-themed game, for sure, though. Which is fine, so long as it's, like, constantly evolving and there's thought processes needed in the combat. Which, for right now, there's not really a lot of thought going into it. I'm just kind of picking random skills that I think will do damage. Because, like, I don't know, do they have elemental weaknesses or something? How much combat will Grimdelve have? Grimdelve does not have combat. It's got stealth and quick time events and puzzles. And that's my gameplay in Grimdelve. The RPG Maker combat system can do some incredible stuff, and it can definitely have some fun combat systems. I've just never been very good at it, at making use of it. Everyone, Battle Royale are in-game, you say. Unrelated, everyone heard they're making the RPG Maker forms read-only in a few days, shutting them down later this year? Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. I don't know if any of you follow me on Twitter, but I've been going on, like, long-ass Twitter rants over there. And Twitter is interesting, as a side tangent, is an interesting spot for game dev marketing. I've gotten an unbelievable amount of Twitter engagement, and yet it has translated into, like, 30 wish lists for Grimdelve. I don't know if it's worth the time. What's the reason for shutting down the forums? Copyright something or other? I don't know. I think it's bullshit. Also, I'm getting my ass absolutely handed to me right now. I'm doing no damage to them. Jesus, that's an armor-piercing hit. It only did 300 damage. Jesus. You think it really... T-Game Dev, you really think it was that expensive to host the forums? It might be. Okay, maybe we will survive this fight. I'm really low on everything, and I have no way to restore Vanessa's MP, though. Will the evil flatbreads try to invade the puffy lands of the yeast? It'll be a role-playing game. Village Troll, that'd be a fire Game Jam entry. You should consider joining the Toasty Jam over on itch.io. Hey, if you haven't heard about it, go join my Game Jam. Starting July 6th. This is some pretty brutal early game combat here. More so just in my lack of, like, consumables for restoring MP or anything, so Vanessa's just kind of shit out of luck over there. Okay, maybe I just default attack. He's gotta be low. Never mind, we're not default attacking. 3 damage? That is brutal. Holy crap. Does guard maybe heal my MP? It does heal my MP. Okay, never mind. We're good. I wish the tutorial had mentioned that, but we're good. Okay, we got that. We're good. Keep doing throw. Holy shit. Holy shit. We made it. Okay, we leveled up, so that means we got full heal, too. No! Fuck! And we didn't get full heal from the level up! No! Shit! Holy crap, this game is brutal! What the fuck? Damn. We're fucked. We're super fucked. Oh, okay. Minji has revived. Good. And right back into the grave. Oh, nope, she's alive. We're good. Even getting revived didn't give her full MP. Holy crap. Woo! There's so many skills, I don't even know which one to pick. Nah, Chainer, we just started, no worries. I don't know what the strat is here, though. And why can't I use these? Maybe they're, like, item dependent. I don't have the items. Shit, I did not mean to hit guard. Whatever, it gives me more MP at least. Barely reduced the damage I took, though. Oh, she's got no MP. We just gotta hit him with that, I guess. T-Game Dev, you're allowed to use assets created before the jam in your entry. So as long as you're making a fully new game, your fully new project, whatever, that's fine. As long as you use the same asset, as long as you create the actual game itself after the jam starts. But you can have ideas and concepts carry over. But you gotta remember to fit the theme, which is not announced yet. Benji, please don't die. Did people like Beard Me? Okay, look. I was okay with having my giant ass beard. That was a while ago. I was okay with having it. Miss Toasty was not a big fan, though. She prefers the clean shaven. I kind of gotta obey her desires. Unfortunately, as much as I love you guys. Oh, allergies are just brutalizing me right now. These fights are way too long for early game fights. Look at this, they have so much health. This is crazy. Oh my god, I'm getting butt fucked right now. This is wild. Chat, do we have any strategic ideas for what to do here? Oh my god, she didn't even make it one round. Holy shit. Oh, she randomly deflected. We're good, we're locked in, we're locked in. Okay, we're surviving. Hold on. Oh dear god. But now he's out of MP. Nobody can heal anymore. Oh shit, dude. Why is the revive cheaper than the heal? Oh, fuck me. I don't know what to do. We'll just hope we kill him this round. Wait! Oh my god, he has 1 health! Holy fuck. Come on, Ice Strike, kill him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Chat, we can do this. We just need to run away, screaming and crying. Okay, it's gonna be okay. Holy fuck. Type 7's in the chat. I need your support right now. Please don't get in another fight. Go! Oh my god, we did it. And now we have beautiful, peaceful music to relax. Holy crap. Okay, I will say, Dev, you have done a good job overwhelming me with difficult combat where I'm actually shitting myself and don't want to lose. Because I didn't have a save, by the way. But I will say also that those fights are way too difficult for being an early game battle. Like, there was 4 enemies, 3, gang-begging me in a corner. They had a shit ton of health, and I don't have any, like, items or anything yet. That was brutal! Brutal combat. But the game just started. Okay, we gotta go find a boat now. When I clicked on this door earlier, I feel like it would have been helpful if it said, I still need a map first, or something. Because it doesn't make sense why I couldn't go in here earlier. Now I can. I get you were trying to railroad me into getting the map first, but... Yeah, this is honestly... I know this is an overused song, but I find it really endearing, because it gives me just so much nostalgia. Is there items to loot? No. Ooh, there is a chest, though. 1 goggles. Goggles are worse than what I already have. Wow, that's an awesome item to get. Okay, but I can at least give it to him. Okay. Well, no, I couldn't give it to him, but I could give him the leather thing from earlier, so that's good. Oh my god, will you be my friend? Please, I need your help. Please save us all from these No, you're just gonna whine. Oh, there are some lootables in the environment. Okay. What is Cat O' Tails? It's an item? It's a weapon. Can I use it? Nope. Can he use it? Nope. Okay. Well, we have it, I guess. Jam begins July 6th. Okay, I don't want to do it. No, no, no! Okay, it's an auto-run event. Please don't. Let me in. I need safety for this monster. No. Bastard! You suck. Wow. Oh. So that's not even how I progressed the story. That's just a random house that for some reason I couldn't enter last time. Okay. Okay. Oh, never mind. That is where I'm supposed to be. What did I miss? Maybe I have to kill the monster. Alright, I'll save. That's probably what I have to do. I have to kill the monster, or else they're too scared to let me in. To be fair, I'd be scared of this thing, too. Look at this fucking thing. I still have a defense down on Benji? Okay, can I should probably debuff to start. Or buff myself. There we go. Get the reflect skill. I think that was the mistakes I was making before. I wasn't buffing myself enough. I gotta do that more. I'm like, I haven't gone fully off on this game's combat and flow yet. I'm kind of still forming my thoughts, but I think I'm gonna have some thoughts after this fight here on just how the initial start of the game could have maybe been structured slightly better to onboard players into things. By the way, chat, if you guys are gonna participate in the Toasty Jam, I'd love to see a 7 in the chat. I just want to get a gauge for it. I'm curious to see who else here can participate. I'm super excited for it. It's gonna be a blast. Unnerved last time was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. And the developer of Unnerved, I collabed with him in the last big RPG Maker collab video I uploaded a couple weeks ago. Reveneer was also phenomenal, and I think both of those devs are going to be making games in this jam too. That's so cool to see a number of people joining. Rainy Tay, it'd be awesome if you join. It'd be really cool. Chainer Valentine. Chainer, I need to see another first-person shooter. That'd be cool. That's literally all you're known as, by the way, in my head. Fucking FPS RPG Maker guy. Unless I'm mixing up with somebody else, and then I look like a dick. Okay, I'm not good. It's really cool, by the way, that the RPG Maker community it's decently big, especially when, like, drama's happening, like the forums being shut down, people were yapping about it all over Twitter, but it's also small enough that, like, I know a lot of people here. It's cool. I like that feeling. It's like a small community, but there's potential for it to be bigger, too. Okay, anyways, I'm going to take a quick pause on the game. I want to talk through some of my thoughts here. I'm going to turn down the music, though. It's just slightly too loud. Okay, I want to talk through some of my thoughts here on how the game started. Because I feel like I am at a point right now in the game where I'm kind of learning on the job, so to speak. Like, I'm going through the battles, and I'm like, shit, that didn't work, let me do this differently, and that's a good feeling. Like, I feel like I'm slowly learning how to make the most of my skills. That's a good thing to leave the player with. However, the start of the game, having so many skills immediately, having so many, you know, it's just like an overwhelming amount of options, and the fights are slightly difficult, I think is going to turn players off before they can reach the point, especially players unfamiliar with RPG Maker combat. It's going to turn them off before they can fully start exploring, okay, here's how I need to navigate the combat and learn these things. So it might be handy if when you start out, you give the player a few less skills, you make the enemies a little bit weaker, and you have a little bit more, like, text prompts or a little bit more of, like, these two characters, Benji and her, interacting and talking through, you know, here's some combat strategies or whatever, you know, and then you can have them talk and build character develop with each other, while also onboarding the player a little easier. So, okay, that's kind of my thoughts on how the flow of the game could be going better. The story is still developing, and I'm curious to see where it goes. It's developing a little bit slowly, but that's fine. I'll share more thoughts as it continues to develop. Is there now a conspiracy theory that I wear a catheter on stream because I never go poop on stream? Chat, do you want me to go poop on stream? The load of skills was a story aspect. No, it's fine to have a lot of skills in your game. It's just right at the start. I think giving the player all of those skills is overwhelming. And so you start with, you know, a handful, maybe 3 or 4 skills right at the start. And then you know, add a new skill every level. Right? 1 new skill every level. So you keep adding and building, but you start just a little bit less. And that's something I'm having, you know, I have to learn and figure out how to balance also for Grimdelf. Tutorials and onboarding is incredibly hard in video games. Because you know your game so well, but players don't. Yeah, I was right. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I just saved. I'm a compulsive saver. Thank you so much for saving us. Here, let me heal your wounds. Gasp! Super! We need it. Thanks, lady. You're a chiller. Is that a new weapon? Oh, no, it's some gear. Oh, I'd rather give it to woman. Can she not wear it? Never mind, woman can't wear it. Why do I not remember her name? It's Vanessa, right? Yeah. Thanks for saving me here. I'll let you use my boat for as long as you like. Also, definitely on the next game, or if you're going back through this game, Dev, you know, double-checking grammar. It's cool if you have a character that has, you know, they don't talk normally. They speak with an inflection, or they speak weird, or whatever. I do that in Grimdel. I think it's cool when games do that. But it's still important to have, you know, proper capitalization and grammatical things for other players. Otherwise, players are going to think it's a mistake, as opposed to an intentional design decision. Let me retrieve the boat for you. All right, waiting. You don't seem to be moving, though. I think you're a liar. Imagine if I called you guys my coupons. Would that be a fire community name? Should we change to my coupons? Hey, there's the boat. Damn, that's like a nice jet ski or something. That's cool. Sort of pull on that. This is super stupid, and I'm not going to change to calling you guys my coupons, but I like doing polls, and I can't think of any other polls to do. John Pork? That's an old-ass joke. What am I doing? Nana, me and a new player are going on water to look for... Are going on water. This guy's quirky. To look for a new town. Can you spot us? Sure thing. Benji, what are you doing? Okay, so me and this new girl thought there was another town. New girl? Is this not the Kinsey girl from earlier? And according to this map we found, there's one right up north of the lake. So we got a boat, and we're going to investigate. No, I got the boat. Why are you talking? Good job? Wait. Oh, I'm the new girl. I thought this was Vanessa. Bro, I'm actually stupid. They look really similar, though, okay? I didn't process the lack of hair color. Okay, maybe we need some, like, character names or something. 'Cause there's like, I think there's been, like, 4 new characters introduced in this cutscene. No. What are you talking about? Don't send me. I'm sending you. Don't worry. Nana's in the water. Okay, so everybody's tweaking because the water is very scary. I don't give a fuck where she's at. I'm in a nice spot, hiding. I'm supposed to be walking around. What? What are they talking about? I know where you live. Don't worry about them. They're just goofing around. Was funny, that, Danny? It's beautiful insights from Vanessa. I'm kind of liking all the characters. They're endearing in a, like in the same way middle schoolers are endearing. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that was phrased properly, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna mute when I blow my nose. There, you guys shouldn't have to see me doing that. It's disgusting. Toasty doesn't get sick. I'm glad Croutons is still winning out. You guys haven't betrayed me yet. You still love your name. You're not coupons. Why are so many doors locked? Because I'm broke? What? Is the assumption that they would let you in if you're rich? Maybe that's a good assumption, honestly. Okay. RPG Maker mapping opinion. Oh my god, Toasty opinion? Wah. Everybody cancel me? Okay, mapping opinion, though. This looks really strange. I feel like it would look better if, like, there were this wall was wall, and then it was going up, as opposed to it just going up into the ceiling tile. This looks a bit flat right now. What do we got? Okay, will Grimdel have clothing that appears in dialogue portraits? I want to do that, but I need to release the game at some point, and I'm operating on a limited budget. So, probably not. But I've had a lot of people's request that, and I think it's a really cool mechanic. Rainy Tay does that in her game. It's awesome. I think realistically, if I want to release this game before I die, I need to limit the scope to some respect. And then maybe that could be something that's added after Grimdel releases. Right? Hey, first time I've ever caught your stream. Inspired me to basically get back into RPG Maker Obsession again. Obsession? That's a good movie. Well, maybe I can just try something this time, but not the jam yet. It'd be totally okay if you are getting back into the game dev for the first time for the game jam. Totally beginner friendly. I did a ton of game jams when I started out. That was how I managed to ever make my first game, was part of the game jam. And my first ever game I released, Amy, was from the indie game making competition game jam. Yeah, or we could do Grimdelf clothing DLC, $100 if I was a AAA dev. Wow, this is such deep commentary from ToastyTime. Wow. Okay, this guy's gotta be right. Let's just go. Also, I know I was supposed to get in the boat, but it's the game's letting me explore, so I kind of want to just keep exploring. Especially since there have been lootable things. Like, crap, he's low. Fake gasps? Oh no, she hanged herself and now she's dead? And I'm sad. What am I reading right now? I guess, so that's characterization that Vanessa's a psychopath and doesn't care that this woman hung herself? Damn! Fucking brutal. Also, am I poisoned? I think so. How do I heal that? I don't know how to heal that. Wait, enables the use of medical packs. Let's get that. Now what do I do with that? Oh, I have a new section now called Med Pack. Wait, that's sick! That is a cool item. I really like that. Okay. So now I have a new way to heal. Cool. To Bucky. Who's Bucky? What does he have for me? Cool. I like the exploration being rewarded, even if I can't use half the things I'm getting. I am still freaking poisoned, though. Hold on. I don't know what all of these things mean. Am I still poisoned? Or did I use biological to fix the jester reports? That's basically what my YouTube videos are. Jester reports. What the fuck? Also, I'm still poisoned. Hey Toasty, saw your video about going to law school and pursuing your RPG Maker game. Just wanted to say wish you the best. You absolutely deserve it. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I'm incredibly nervous about it, but I've got faith it'll all work out in the end. Even if, you know, it working out doesn't mean, you know, success for Grimdelf. But I'm gonna release it either way. We'll see what happens. My life philosophy, though, is you can, you know, you gotta believe in yourself. You know, if I can believe in anyone, it is myself and my own abilities. So I'm willing to bet on that. Will this cure poison? Also, for some reason the icons lag in and out of being there. Okay, so if I use heal, this will cure his poison. No, it did not. Okay. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, it's a bleeding effect? It's not poison? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. What happened to him? Why can't I use that on him? Why can't... Oh, he's dead, right. Crap, he got fucked up! Jesus. How much is Grimdelf gonna go for? I am still not sure on the price of Grimdelf. I'm going to do a Grimdelf stream on Tuesday. I'll broadcast it to Steam and on YouTube. And that's probably one of the things we're going to be discussing on there. My current thinking is in the $8 to $12 range. More so, it's either going to be $8 or it's going to be $12. And if I go the $12 route, it's going to have a more steep initial discount and will go on sale more often. I'm just not sure. I don't know what the strategy is on pricing. Yeah, I'm going to stream myself playing through Grimdelve on Tuesday. It lowers my agility a lot. But her health is low, so I kind of want to do it. It might be chemical. It's been a while. Wait, hold on. Hers was bleeding and his was chemical. Oh, is that what the statuses are? So the, like, syringe thing is bleeding, and the poison thing is chemical. Okay. We are learning. Things have been crazy. That is not the same guy. Things have been crazy here lately. Demons are running wild. Something, some force is taking over. Give me your sword. You little... I like how this character looks like 3 different guys in all of his artwork. That's RTP moment right there. That's cute, though. Wait, this was your attempt at parallax mapping? Oh, shoot, I didn't even really pay attention. I'll look at it. If Grimdelve breaks 30k wishlist, will you bring back the beard and go bald? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I fucking would. Yeah. You know, if it breaks that, you know, if it breaks 30k, clip this and hold me to it. I'll fucking do that. For sure. That is such a pipe dream that would change my life forever. 100%. If it does that, I'll go bald and grow out my beard. Why not? When's the sequel to Grimdelve? Holy shit, I can't even think that far in life. This was the joke about my first game, Amy. Everybody, all my friends would just joke, so when's Amy 2 coming out? That's like, holy crap. I need to catch a breather for a second first. But when I originally envisioned Grimdelve, I envisioned it as a book. And there's a lot of ideas floating around up there. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe someday. Also, I think it's really cool that I had the choice to kill this guy or spare this guy. It's a Black Souls moment. But it's cool. I mean, in a game like this where it's kind of like a every man for himself, battle royale type thing, it makes sense to have choices like that, so I appreciate it mainly. His name is Local Boy. He's just a sweet little boy in the village. How does that work in the lore of the game? Like, does that mean that he's an NPC, or is he a regular, like, human player like me? I choose to believe he's an NPC, so I feel less bad about this. He's got a fucking lot of health, though, to be just an NPC. Alright, we killed a boy! Stefan's in chat! We've murdered a kid, let's go! He's mine now! Thank you. Is that even... I can't even use it! Give me this guy! I can't even fucking use the item. Holy bruh. Parallax mapping, in my mind, is when you use, like, an external photo editor to place things off of the grid, or you'll use, like, a Doodads plugin to place assets off of the grid. I wouldn't call this parallax mapping. But for a first attempt at parallax mapping, I can see what happened. Oh! That's what you mean by that transition. That's what you mean by parallax mapping. Okay, also not parallax mapping, but that is a really cool transition. Wow. That's pretty impressive, honestly. I like that effect. That's really cool. I'm not sure what I would call that, though. Chat, do we know the name of that? What would that term be? I have no idea. Also, this is a really, like, this is one of the funkiest looking villages I've seen in an RPG Maker game. Like, I've never seen, like, side doors. Like, normally buildings, RTB mapping, are 3 tiles wide, so you have the door in the middle, and it's not on the side, because then it opens weird. Which is probably better, but it's kind of interesting. Like, it doesn't look like any map I've seen before. So, that's something in favor of it, I guess. My idea of parallax mapping was different too. I always thought of them as backgrounds in platformers where you move repeated static images. I think that also counts as parallax mapping. I don't know. I think the term means a lot of different things. Like between RPG Maker and between other engines. I'm not sure. It's like a magical illusion keeping that shut. Interesting. I was trying to avoid boxy mapping. I think you're doing a great job. Well, I mean, there's... Okay, hold on. This map is more boxy, for sure. This map is quite boxy. The other maps were okay. I don't remember... I mean, I haven't had a problem with any of the other maps. And for houses in particular, boxiness can fit and is less of an issue. Would you mind helping me for just a moment? I didn't even get the choice! Vanessa just fucking killed him! I think she might have been innocent, yes, because her corpse would be a doll. What does that mean? What is going on? Benji, why are we chilling with that? Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Uh-oh! 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 This is what I get. This is what I get for killing Grandma. Okay, I'm realizing now, by the way, that agility going down really fucks you. Look how slow I am. I'm fucked. I'm definitely fucked. And I need to not have the iron armor on, because look how slow that is. That's crazy. I didn't think it would be that intense. Or maybe he debuffed our speed. This Mindy's also going slow. Well, you know, that's, yeah, well, good try. Okay. Oh well. Oof, that could have been bad. I tend to not save. Let's not go to the grandma, because we'll kill her if we do. Okay, everything's locked up in here. All the old people are locked inside? What do you mean by that? How do you know? There's a bunch of old people on the other side of this door? Maybe Vanessa's not evil, and she knows that the grandma is actually an evil illusion, and the grandma has trapped all the old people inside. Maybe Vanessa's actually a good person. Okay, we're gonna go back up and get the frickin' agility up, because holy shit. Okay, hold on. Medbag first, then use medbag skills, then unequip medbag for combat. I'm so locked in. I'm so optimized right now. Where's agility too? I want to keep my agility as high as possible, I think. Okay. Save up, and we are ready for this fight. Let's go kill a grandma. I also feel like I'm missing something in the context of the grandma murders, but, you know, maybe that's in the webcomic. For those who are joining now, this game is based on a webcomic, also called the Isekai Game. Whoa, ooh. Fuck, this is a tough enemy. Oh, and I have absolutely nothing. Oh, God. Let's do this. How many companions are in the game? I'm sure there's a lot of companions in the game. The screenshots and the picture artwork that I've seen of the game. We haven't found them yet. I've been gone off exploring the town, by the way. I have not just followed the story. I'm doing my own little thing over here. Good lord, we're just really slow. I feel like we weren't this slow before. Paralyze, cripple, and heal again. Jesus, where did that all go? This guy doesn't have feet, so I'm curious if a foot trap is really that helpful. Also, it says it's going to paralyze him, but it is not paralyze him. So slow, holy crap. Okay, I'm going to just penetrate him. Damn it, keep hitting, go back to hitting Vanessa. Vanessa can deflect everything. Did someone say Freaky Toasty? I love that image. That image was created, I think, in the last jam, by the way, so it's now been a staple of the channel for over a year. Which is crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. Okay, what do we do here? Let's do my throw skill. I feel like that was decent. Yeah, the last jam was, I'm pretty sure it was a year ago. Pretty sure. Benji, what the fuck happened? Please deflect it. Give me control back of Vanessa. Ooh-wee! This is getting dicey here. Let's get Benji back. Freaky Toasty still claiming victims even a year later. It's beautiful to see. This might be the strongest grandma in gaming, I'm not gonna lie. We need to heal. Can someone double check me on if the jam's been a year? I'm fairly certain it has been. You get to hit twice in a row. Well, I mean, this is like an optional encounter, right? It's cool that this, like, because if I'd followed the boat, I would have left this area, and that's following the main plot. But I chose to instead explore the town, and so I found like an optional side boss. I think that's pretty cool. But it is an interesting side boss. Like, I kill the grandma, and she turns into the floating skull head. Jesus Christ, this guy gets a lot of hits in. Okay, I really need my deflection. We did it! We killed Grandma! Yes! Yeah! Alright. Now her illusions are gone. Oh, so now I can loot everything and save the old people? Hold on, that's actually cool if so. Yeah, I can. I can loot everything. And, oh! And that's why we were commenting on all the teddy bears. Like, they were a little bit off from all of her illusions. That is fucking sick. Actually, that's great environmental storytelling, Dev. Really well done. That's super cool. That's super cool. I think you spelled shield wrong there. Now, obviously, I am not commenting on the use of RTP. I do think that you can make great games with RTP. I mean, obviously, it's going to limit the reach of your game. But I think it's kind of pointless to comment on games using RTP or not when they do use it, because, I mean, like this dev said, it's one of their first games. And they are making decent use of the RTP, so, I don't know. So the boots give me more defense, but lower my agility. I really want my agility up. We'll give this guy all the gear to withstand the hits. I don't know. I mean, obviously what could be done here to make the RTP a little bit better. Oh, also, okay, quick pause on talking about the game for a second. I am going to start a new series on the channel where I do kind of like a Let's Play thing. It's similar to these streams, but it's just me playing the game and us enjoying it together. I was really like, yeah, mainly Baddest Hero videos were fun as fuck to watch. I kind of want to do the same thing myself. So I'm going to kind of do a series like that. It's chill. I'll be able to do it every week. And I was playing this game, Votum. And it's not using, like, it's using, oh, sorry, I'm not showing it. This game, Votum. This video will be out in a couple of days. And it's using an asset pack, right? So it's not using the RTP, it's using an asset pack, but still, it's not like fully custom art. But what they've done to make it look really visually nice is they've gone and they've used a Doodads plugin to kind of scatter these assets all over the map, make it feel more lived in, make it feel less like it's on a rigid grid. And the way that this game could improve its use of RTP is to do stuff like that, you know, take stuff off of just the rigid grid, you know, and like maybe you have something on this table, right? Have some more objects around here, because this room's pretty barren, right? It's just, everything feels a little bit empty. But I do think you can use the stock assets and make a perfectly fine looking game. It just takes a bit of creativity. And I think as this game is, especially as a first project, I think it looks fine. Okay, never mind. The old people are still locked inside, but, you know, at least we got all the loot, so that's good. Save one more time. Alright, now we go to the boat and continue the story. Oh god, so I mean, I would have still been exploring the town either way. But is there secret loot over here? No? Maybe not. This is cool. I honestly don't see the boat used in RPG Maker games very much. Like, I don't see the vehicles used very often. The last time I think I remember using one is, like, in Black Souls. Honestly. A secret path up here? Beautiful boat music. The RTP music is, man, it's so nostalgic and peaceful. It reminds me of being a kid. Like, I'll associate... Well, okay. Cool. I'll go where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I could have evaded that whole interaction on accident there. It was supposed to be an old folks' home, so for this home specifically, I was okay with it being a bit dull on the... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But still, in general, it's kind of been a thing with some of these maps where they've had things in them, but they felt a little bit large and a little bit empty, especially considering that a lot of these are, like, lived-in spaces, and they should have more things to reflect that people live there. In a developer sense, RTPs open for learning. In order to grow, one must explore and push their limits. Yeah, true. True, I agree, and I think the RTP is a great resource for new devs, and still better looking than AI. So, he seems sad. Oh god, wait. Is he gonna jump? Don't jump. Looks like another butthurt player. We should go. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I appear to be stuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I do appear to be stuck right now. I'm assuming the move route was not properly executed here. Not sure how to do this. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Okay, here's what we can do. We can try to find a way around this somehow. And if you're able to push an update, I will download your updated version on stream. But this might require a come back another time. Like, I would do a part 2 to this game. But that is a classic RPG Maker moment right there. Or Dev, if it doesn't work out, I'm also happy to refund you for the, not making it full 3 hours. But let's go explore the rest of the game. There's more stuff over here, I think. I can go back out. Let's go exploring. Let's go hang out. We'll do what we can. If the dev's able to upload a new build, then we'll go and play that. But otherwise, we might have to end early. But there's more to the map over here, I swear. I swear I could walk that way last time. Oh, here we go. Okay. Back to silence, by the way. Well, there is nothing here. Alright. Maybe there is nothing more to see. What if we use that little glitch and we get up on that cliffside? Maybe that can be our secret way around. I'm gonna try. We'll try our best. Dev, don't feel stressed. This stuff happens, especially when it's a first project. It's no biggie. We can chat it out in emails or whatever. If it ends up being I got to end stream, we'll figure it out. It's no big deal. All right, let's go see what we can do. Classic game dev experience. Edge cases happen all the time. Yeah, that's why I was posting in the Discord earlier. I was like, hey, if you guys are able to play Grim Delve and you can, test it out for me before Next Fest starts, please do. Because there's so many things as a developer, even if you play test a bunch, that you'll end up missing. By the way, I really like how this looks. The glitch was a big mistake on my part, but I went through that scene multiple times. I'm really curious why it happened then. I wonder if there's some way I can get around it that I screwed up. Okay, let's see if I can get around this issue somehow. Hey, we can explore. Hold on. We'll eke our way around it and keep playing. It's no biggie. Look at this house. This is a huge fucking house. Hold on. What did this look like from the outside? I guess it's decently big. That's okay. That's a cool... This is an illusion? What? The fire is an enemy? Holy shit! Oh my god, and it's really strong enemies. I'm dead instantly. Well, this is probably because I glitched out of bounds, and so I'm in an area I shouldn't be. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. How big is the game? The game is supposed to be pretty massive. The house is for later exploration. Yeah, I'm gonna just see what I can see. As best I can in this build. Yeah, I'll save closer next time. I'm terrible at remembering to save. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I just can never remember to press the save button. Yeah, hold on, let me see. The Isekai Game, I'm not sure, but I swear the game has multiple chapters. Oh, hold on, okay. Playtime, 4 to 12 hours. That's a pretty huge range. So, I mean, it's not, like, massive, but it's decently sized for sure. Hold on. Okay. Holy shit, 13 chapters can be completed in 4 hours? Have you not updated the description on itch.io, or can it really be done in 4 hours still? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try running through this event. And we'll see if it just, for some reason, glitched out last time. This is such an ominous scene. I really don't know what this means. Yeah, no. Alright, Dev, what maybe could have happened is while you were playtesting, you were holding down the control key. Because in playtesting, the control key allows you to go out of bounds. But in a deployed version, that's for like bug testing and whatnot. But in a deployed version, you can't press the control key to go out of bounds, so you just get stuck. Is that secret hidden tech in RPG Maker that most people don't know? What the fuck? Everything is an enemy! I'll try to fix it tomorrow. Alright. I will see as much of this game as I possibly can, Dev. I will do my best. But most likely we're gonna have to end stream early. And I'm happy to either do a part 2 to the live stream or refund you for not, doing the full time. So, no biggie. All good. Feel no stress. You will be taken care of. 1,300 damage! Holy shit! I cannot click on anything. I cannot click on anything. We're gonna have to, like, tiptoe around these areas, because this is late game stuff that we're glitching into. Holy shit. Wow. Maruchan, I am not sure. I don't think so. I don't think there's a faster way to switch the tile you're using. Maybe there is, and I don't know it. Okay. Whew. Let's go talk to the suicidal guy. Oh, yeah, we got another Jester report. Okay, he's aura farming over here. I'm scared. I don't want to click on anything. Okay, I'm gonna click on this. No, I don't want to do it. It's a small grave. Okay, whew, it wasn't an illusion. Okay, click on nothing. Click on nothing. Oh, hey, lady. Hey, hi, I'm sorry. It's a beautiful place here and outside is so dangerous. Do you mind if I stay the night? Sure thing. Go ahead to the bedroom at the end of the hallway. I need to check something. Wait! Maybe we've just glitched through and we're gonna see the rest of the game. Maybe this is huge. Maybe this is actually a huge speedrunning time skip strat. She's very suspicious. Oh no! Oh no. Well, shit. Yeah, she was pretty suspicious. Okay, maybe this is not a speedrunning strat. Maybe this is like another side optional exploration thing, and I'm just not ready for it. I'll click on her, and then I will not go back to talk to her. Okay, let's just ignore her, pretend she's not here. This is not the bed I should sleep on. Okay. We will go to bed in this one. Although I'm a little bit afraid to go into a bedroom when the game is 18+, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Should I take a nap? Yeah, let's go nappy time! Well, shit. I get it, though. It's like we go in here, we're like, hey, can I spend the night? And then the lady annihilates us because she's a demon. Literally everyone is a fucking demon, by the way. Wow. Alright. Yeah, that might be the, it sucks, though. There's not even, like, a cool, like, animation or anything. We just die, and it goes to game over. Okay, well, that's gonna probably be the end of this live stream. I don't think there's anything else I can do, unless there's some other way we can glitch out of bounds. But what we're gonna do is we'll do a part 2 to this live stream. And we'll play the game for another hour and a half or so at some point in the future. Shit, I didn't mean to click on that. I'm sorry, Ashton, and we hit a game-breaking bug. I'll try to see if it'll work one more time, though. Alright, we'll see. We will hope. Hope core. Hope core. Everyone, believe. Put on your believer glasses. It's gonna work. It's gonna, for some reason, work this time. I don't know. I don't know how to activate debug mode in an exported game. Hold on. I have a genius idea. I have a genius idea. What if I download the 18+ version? Maybe it won't have the bug. Hold on. This might be a crazy strat. Maybe the 18+ version's not bugged. Okay, we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna get a little risky here. But we're gonna try it. Oh, sorry, my nose is just fucking me up right now. I'm gonna like bring my saves over to this. And we'll just see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens. We're having a little bit of a silly adventure right now. The cooter option, guys. This is my last ditch resort option. But remember, did you hit the offload button? I don't know what you mean by offload button. But also, guys, okay, remember, if you see Gooner stuff appear on stream, no, you didn't. And if you did, it was educational, and we don't tell anyone about this. Okay. Let me move my... This does not have a save folder. Okay, I'm making a save folder. I am bringing my saves over to the Gooner version. This is going to be huge. Like to offboard the boat? There's an offload button? I thought the only way to get off a boat was to run up on land in RPG Maker. Is there a button? Is there a button on here? This is not the Gooner version. I'm going to try the... I don't know what you mean by offload button. Is that just like interact key? Z? Okay, so Z is offload. Okay, let me try. Here, I'll try pressing that. We'll see what happens. Hold on. You know, Rookie, we are still not entirely sure what this game is about ourselves. I'm gonna be honest. Aw, I was literally going to just immediately nut if that worked. Unfortunately, it does not. I'm pressing the interact button. I'm pressing every button on my keyboard. Can you hear it? Nah, you're stuck here. But Rookie, I think this game seems like we're in like a battle royale world, and we're trying to win the battle royale, and we find beautiful friendship along the way. But it's bugged. So let's go try the Gunnar version with our saves and see if it works. Okay, guys, we're in the Gunnar version now. Hold on, we have another genius suggestion in the chat where we might can avoid having to Gunnar. Hold on. Halmska, what are you saying here? In MZ, there's package.json. Hold on. I've never tinkered with the files like this. Let's see if we can do it. Does this have a package.json? Yes, it does. Hold on. We're going to do some coding. And you can delete dev shit. Does not look like there's a dev tools. It doesn't look like there's that in the MV package JSON mode. Hey guys, welcome to stream. We've encountered a bug in the game. We're trying to navigate around it as best we can. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like we can do it that way. So, unfortunately, all of the Gunners in chat win. We're going to try the Gunnar mode and see if that fixes the bug. Okay, Gunners stay winning. Everybody, I hope you're happy about this. Okay, we are now in the Gunnar mode. I'm going to keep it on my face for a second, just in case. I'm going to load my save and see what happens. Okay, so far, everything's the exact same. Okay, everything's the same. There's no nudity right now. We're in the boat. Same boat. Everything's fine. Looks normal. Will it work? Nope. Didn't work. Still broken. And we're still here. No! We thought the gunning could save us, but it didn't. Fuck! This is so Chungus right now. I'm so sad. Fuck! I'm crying right now. I can't move the boat. I cannot move the boat. Also, I'm making sure I am in the Gunnar version, right? Yeah, I'm in the Gunnar version. Yeah, there's only one tile that I can approach from. Because the auto run, it's all auto run. So the auto run starts. The auto run starts on this tile. And there's no other way to enter that scene. And then as soon as I land on this tile, it starts an auto run event and I have no control. So, yeah, it's here. Ah, well. Ah, well. Yep, we don't get to climax today in the Gunnar version. I'm sorry, Chad. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You just watched 2 ads, Kenny, even though the live stream's about to be over? I'm sorry, dude. I put the stream on lowest ads possible. I'm sorry you got 2. Like in YouTube. I wonder if it's a state issue? Okay, well, you guys, you can brainstorm thoughts on how to fix it in the chat while I give my wrap-up, and then most likely what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a part 2 to this stream. And we'll play this game again once the devs got that issue fixed up. Okay. Theorize if there's another way to fix it. I'm gonna give my thoughts on the game as is. So, where do we start? Let's start with the combat. The combat's clearly the biggest draw of this game, the biggest focus of this game. And what we've got right now for the combat system is you have a lot of nice-looking animations. You have a lot of interesting skills, a lot of interesting ways that they all interact with one another. But it's a bit overwhelming at the start. So it's like fun and interesting to uncover how these skills work and interact. And it's a challenge and whatnot. And I like how it is ramping up. The problem, though, I like how it is once you have played for a while. The problem, though, is there's no ramping up. So it immediately drops you off into the deep end of the combat system, right? So the combat is super overwhelming, and then kind of once you start getting the hang of it, it's like, okay. I still wouldn't say there's too much strategization needed in the combat, because it doesn't seem like enemies have certain elements, and maybe they do, where there's certain things that they're weak to or whatnot, and I just haven't figured it out yet. But it seems like right now you just kind of spam whatever skills you think are best, and you just go with that strategy. I wasn't really thinking very hard when I was doing the combat. I was just going, okay, I'm low, I gotta do a heal, I want to do big damage, what are the skills that do the most damage, and just, kind of doing that. I wasn't thinking about anything else. And then there were certain skills that I just didn't touch, because it seemed like they didn't do any damage or anything. And then what also happened, let's talk about this story. They do have weaknesses, okay. So then there needs to be some easier way to telegraph and understand the weaknesses. Because I wasn't playing with that in mind at all, and it wasn't made clear to me that there were weaknesses, right? So most players aren't gonna... I mean, maybe they'll figure it out after a lot more playing, right? But the problem is as the dev, you know that there's weaknesses. The player has no idea. And so unless they're told or they're shown it in some way, then they're gonna just assume that there aren't any. What's also, the world is interesting. It's an interesting concept. This isekai world we're going into. We're playing a game against other real people. And, we have to be merciless. And there's demons and whatnot. It's an interesting world and concept for sure. And I'm sure the webcomic's phenomenal. I like the setting. But the problem is that some of the dialogue, it was very that. It was like things were happening without a lot of, context for what's going on. Like, we arrived in the town, and, some random guy ran in, and then we were mean to him, and he left. And then this guy was like, the demons are attacking! We gotta get a boat! And it's like things are just happening without first establishing where are we, who are we, what is going on. And without establishing those things, you can start a character off in a situation where they don't know what's going on, but you need to very quickly, either through the environmental storytelling, through the, music or the setting, or through the characters, whatever, you need to somehow establish what this world is. Because otherwise, you're just like, why am I doing this? What is all this happening for? Why am I talking to these people? Why am I, right? There's not anything to motivate the player to keep playing. No, I feel you. I think being mean to the guy, it's totally fine. It's just it just happened, and there's no, reasoning why it happened, or any sort of, discussing it. It was just this guy shows up, Vanessa's like, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? Get out of here, nerd! But there was no, who is this guy? Where are we? What are we doing? Kind of thing. And so that it came off as just kind of a, okay, that just happened kind of thing, instead of having any sort of impact, right? I did like that scene where all of the different characters were talking over each other and having a little conflict, but it was also, again, it was hard to process what's happening. And I think the main problem is that in your head, or in the years of this webcomic running, you've got this universe and setting established, but then in the game, you didn't say and establish it, right? So I think the most helpful thing would be to establish that world earlier on, and then it would be easier to get invested in the characters and what's happening, and get invested into the combat, because right now it was just a lot of combat. 100% what happened here, White Labyrinth, at least from my perspective, is that the authors got a great idea in their head, and it didn't quite get communicated to the player. And so it's just kind of maybe explaining more of the things that are in your head. And I had this exact same problem when I was making Grimdelf. Earlier versions, I didn't have that, cinematic, voiced cutscene that's now in the game. And so players were, walking around and exploring this cave, and they're like, why am I doing this? What the fuck is going on? right? And they're like, what is this world that I'm in? They want something to tie them to the world. They want to feel like a part of some bigger story, or like they're the person in the setting. But if they're just dropped into a scenario and things are happening, it's hard to connect with that scenario. It's hard to feel invested in what's going on. And so adding that opening cinematic, and then I went back and I added a longer extended intro sequence. And those things help onboard the player into the world, so they can feel more connected to what's going on and have more of a reason for exploring it. I really like the battle music. I think the title screen music is nice. Otherwise, it's default music, but it's fine. I think there was that one map where it was silent, which was a little bit odd, but it didn't really happen again, so it's no big deal. One of my favorite things in this game, easily, my favorite thing, was the exploration. So there's like that main thread that you follow, you get on the boat, but if you want to, optionally, you can explore and you can find this whole side boss and this side story where she's like, the demon's taken over the grandma and infested the house, and once you defeat the grandma, then you can loot the house. That was really cool. That was fun. It was rewarding, the exploration, and it felt good to do, even if I was a little bit confused on what exactly was going on and why I was murdering this grandma. It was still fun and cool to do that and discover that, because it felt more like a natural discovery. You know, as odd as it was to brutally murder a grandma for seemingly no reason at first. Am I missing anything else I wanted to comment on? I don't know. I think this game has a cool concept. I think the combat has, room to be really cool. I mean, there's a lot of skills. There's clearly a lot of thought that went into it. It just needs more time in the oven to develop the story and the stakes for why am I doing these things, why am I here, why I'm exploring, whatnot, and then more of an onboarding tutorial. And I think if that was there, it would be a little bit easier to connect with and enjoy the game. There's one more thing that I want to show, if I can. I want to show some of the pictures from the game, just because this game has some phenomenal artwork and you guys didn't get a chance to see it. So give me 1 second. I want to pull that up for you guys, just show you, there's some real love going into this here. And then we'll come back for part 2 on another day to play more of this game. Okay. So we got... how do I do this? Let's close out of that. Because I was really astonished at the beautiful artwork here. And it might be worth reading the webcomic, too. The Isekai Game on... how do you find it? Isekai Game on... something. Where... What, am I blind? Voice.me, which is a website I've never heard of before. Do I always dream from my grandma's bedroom? Only after I've killed her and she turns into a demon, I defeat her. Then yeah. Okay. Beautiful artwork. Beautiful baddie with her sword and her aura. And then we've got this one that I used in the thumbnail. So it's not clickbait. Look, it's real. It's real. This is in the game. It's real. Not a clickbait thumbnail. But it's pretty phenomenal artwork, and I was excited to see more of the game. So it's too bad we ran into a bug. We'll do a part 2 to this. I don't know. It'll be cool. I'm excited to see this game develop. I think the dev's got a good head on his shoulders. Very open to feedback. I mean, some of you guys have been typing some pretty harsh comments. I've been saying some harsh things, and the dev is willing to listen to it. And that's the most important skill to have as a developer, is being able to listen to feedback. I've heard some really... I have a public feedback forum for Grimdelve, and I've heard some rough feedback on there. And it's really hard to not hear that and go, fuck you! But it's the mark of a good dev that can learn and improve, to hear something and be like, damn it, that sucks that they think that, and try and parse through it and find ways to improve their game. So, Dev, you've got a great head on your shoulders. I think there's a lot of potential with this game. I'm excited to do part 2 to it. Let's get in contact afterwards. And, yeah. I think that's fair enough. White Labyrinth is definitely a game that's rough around the edges. But I've been trying to also find more positivity than when I first started doing these streams. And so I really wanted to hone in on the exploration in the game. It was really phenomenally interesting and a cool concept and well executed, even if the writing itself could use some polishing up. All right, I'm going to sneeze one more time to end the stream. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up now, guys. There will be a Grimdelve developer live stream on Tuesday. Stay tuned for that. Next Fest is this week, so if you've not already wishlisted Grimdelve on Steam, that would be a big help. It would mean a lot to me. And make sure to check out the description of this live stream to find the Isekai Game. I know this game still needs some more time in the oven, but the dev is a nice, great guy. There's a lot that is going for this game. The potential is there, and it would help the dev out if you give him a follow on itch.io, which I actually need to do. So boom, there you go. Give you a follow, dev. Hopefully that helps you out. All right, and guys, I will see you on Tuesday. I'd love to see you all there. And stream is ending in 3, 2. Hold on, you won't be wishlisting Grimdelve. All right, well, fine. You're banned. White Labyrinth, hold on. You're done. I'm putting you in timeout for the rest of the stream, which is 10 seconds. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next live stream in 3, 2, 1. Have a good one, guys.